with Summer Daddy. Why y'all not together no more? Because like he was, he was fucking up. He wasn't ready, and I was trying to be a woman and work through things, and he wasn't ready. So then I was like, "Fuck it," and I left.
And then Young Miami, who was popping all type of you can't hear a motherfucking word out of her mouth now. Everybody's quiet now. Big Act still talking, they quiet.
Summer Daddy, why not together no because like you was he wasting up, he wasn't ready, and I was trying to be a woman and work through things. And he wasn't really so then I was like, and then young Miami, who was popping all type of you can't hear underscore underscore. Word out of her mouth, now everybody's quiet now big, still talking they quiet as yo mayday mayday. The city girls are down 100. Because word on the streets is that young Miami is going broke after she got done by her boo thing Diddy has been in so much trouble these past couple of months. And it looks like Diddy is not the only one going down for this, because it's looking like Miami might be crash landing right with him, because she has allegedly lost everything, and by everything I mean everything including her Carisha, Please brand her podcast, and even the reality TV show that she was working on because being associated with Diddy has ruined her. And as expected, she is not handling it well. Insiders have reported that she has been suffering from emotional breakdowns as a result of the humiliation. And she just doesn't know how to deal with it. But why did Diddy break up with her? And are we really seeing the downfall of young Miami in the city gels man? Did y'all try and get young Miami in trouble? I ain't read the transcript. I must want to get young Miami in trouble. You know Diddy ain't playing, man, you know he ain't playing. So it looks like Diddy's in still a lot of trouble. And when I say trouble, I mean a whole lot of trouble, more than we could have ever imagined now. I know that recently he hasn't been sued or exposed for allegedly assaying a woman, at least for about a month now. But he is still in fact facing a lot of consequences after 4 different women alleged that he has of them. He eventually reeled a statement addressing the issues and denied all allegations, saying enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation, and my legacy. Sticking allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Well, things quieted down after that, but he's still been feeling a lot of heat. Behind the scenes, he has been asked to step down from Revolt 18 brands, cut ties with him. He has been disinvited from the Grammys. And most people in the industry do not want to be associated with him anymore because it's just too much of a risk for them. So he has lost his pride, reputation, and of course money. But as it turns out, he isn't the only one going down hard, because his little boo thing, or Shorty Wob, as he liked to affectionately call her, is also going broke and losing a lot of money. In case y'all don't already know who I'm referring to as his Shouty. Underscore underscore. It's young Miami. Apart from Diddy, Miami is another person who lost a lot in this Diddy messy scandal, because things haven't been smooth for her either. On one hand, she got dragged for filth by fans after they accused her of not only willingly taking part in Diddy's freak-offs, but also helping Diddy allegedly force other women into freak-offs. In Cassie's lawsuit, she went into detail about how Diddy used to pimp her out to other men, including male escorts that he forced her to hire. She claimed that he forced her to have intimacy with male escorts with BBCs while he watched and got off on it. She also claimed that he would force her to pour baby oil all over her body and paint her nails white, because he loved how the contrast against the skin of the black male escorts. Well, this caused fans to suspect that Miami was involved in freak-offs with Diddy, because she seems to always have on white nails whenever she was with Diddy. Like I said, anybody wearing white nails around Diddy is a prime freak-off suspect. Then there's this interesting line from her song called Survive, where she raps white to step a CIA buff spees, wanna smoke while I'm on a jip. with Puff Youngme from Miami. Thought to try to cuff Plus Diddy has been reported to pay Miami $500,000 a month for being his side piece. And we've always thought that this was an insane amount of money to pay a side piece. We knew it wasn't love, because he never really claimed her as his own. And the most he did was refer to her as his shy. Underscore underscore. And we still don't know what that even means, so why would he pay her all that money when he wouldn't even claim her? It didn't even make a lot of sense at the time. But now the streets are saying that the $500,000 a month was payment in exchange for alleged freak-offs. And that started to make a whole lot of sense, I mean from the way Cassie described the freak-offs. They were brutal, to the point where she would require IV nutrition in the days following the freak-offs, so you'll know how bad it had to be. So a $500,000 payment for this kind to make some sense. But hold up, I'm not saying that Miami was wrong for the freak-offs, because what happens in her bedroom with Diddy is her business, as long as it was consensual. And there was no minors involved. I mean, y'all know that Miami. And how she's down for adventures in the bedroom, 'cause she's open-minded like that. So if she wanted to engage in freak-offs, it shouldn't be a biggie as long as there's consent. But that's not really what was getting her dragged, because the real issue was the fact that fans suspected her of allegedly forcing other women into freak-offs with Diddy because of some things that she said to Gina on social media. I mean, you'll remember that messy fight that she had on social media last year. It all started when Gina posted this picture of Diddy kissing her on the cheek in Miami. Did not like that CU. She took to Twitter to accuse Gina of chasing clouds, saying, "Somebody please give this B some attention." Gina replied on her Instagram stories, writing, "If anyone's seeking attention, it's you, suck my D. I don't give an NA Miami." Then claimed that Gina was trying to use her for cloud. And she said, "Attention B, I am the attention. Let's be clear, notice me please. BG, sit down. We see you, relax, it's okay. You've been around just around for years. You've been waiting on this moment. If he can't make you famous B, I hate arguing. No B that got cheap lamp ball carpet in they house effing on a billionaire, you freaky B Miami also. Said if I wanted you to eat my P Diddy, would have had you on your knees. You eater Gina, you've been down bad. Ever since I came into the picture, you've been crying for a baby for 10 years. You've been around as the B that eat P and D. When you feel like it, you a eater, you're the same B that was crying on Tasha K. 'Cause you wanted a baby, poor sushi, yeah. This sounded all types of bad, like she was threatening Gina with the freak off. And it definitely got her dragged for filth. And she started crashing alongside Diddy. But what made things worse is that Gina once sat down with Tasha K to talk about how Diddy allegedly hurt her when they were together in the beginning, like the first 3.5 years. He was, I mean, like the first 4 months, he was really nice. But then after that, he started being an underscore underscore. So like he was like always belittling me. And always like he was like mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me. He took one of my heels and tried to throw it at me. And then he like mushed my face, and like really hard, and made my nose bleed. She also claimed that when she got pregnant, he forced her to get rid of it. And you mind telling me what happened with that pregnancy? I told him. And he was like, "You're going to get an abortion, right?" And then I was like, I don't know, I don't know yet. And then he offered me $50,000 to get rid of it. But I turned it down because I just loved him. And I wanted to. I was like trying to prove that I wasn't the girl that wanted him for money. I just care about him. And I just wanted him to be nice to me. That's it. Well, things started to get even worse for her when was asked to step down as chairman of Revel TV, which threatened Miami's income. See, Miami only got her Kisha Please brand because she was with Diddy, and he owned the brand. She got a podcast, sold merch. And the streets even claimed that Diddy bought her a BET award that she won twice. So with Diddy out at REO, her entire Carisha Please brand was also doomed to crash. And she was smart enough to realize this. Because the minute it was announced that Diddy was stepping down, she announced that the podcast was going on a hiatus. And she put all the Kisha Please merch on sale to grab as much money as she could before she got kicked out. Needless to say, the loss of the Carisha Please brand was one of her biggest sources of income. Because her music really ain't selling all that much. I'm not trying to be a hater. But the City Girls' last album only sold like 10,000 copies the first week, so needless to say their music isn't what is financing their lavish life. So without Carisha Please, Miami only had one source of income, which was Diddy. I mean, sure, she lives a lavish lifestyle, but surely $500,000 should be enough, right? Well, as it turns out, she doesn't even have the $500,000 anymore, because the streets are saying that Diddy has dumped her and will no longer be paying for her sugar baby allowance. According to a source close to Young Miami, Diddy is no longer paying Young Miami's bills. The friend told us that Diddy had been paying for private flights, shopping spree, and rent for a luxury Miami penthouse now. Diddy has cut those expensive. Did he still buy Young Miami a Christmas gift? But he's not as generous.